Hello everybody, my name is Robert and this is Review Clue. Now this video probably looks and sounds a little bit different. That is because this video is being shot completely on the Mi 10T Lite. Now Xiaomi, when they released the Mi 10T series, released the tagline, powering your creativity. And this is what I really wanted to test in this video. We're going to go through and use every photo, every video mode that the 10T Lite can do. And I'm going to leave it up to you to see if really you can power your creativity through the 10T series. Let's get right into it. Now, of course, if this is the first time that you're seeing my face on your screen, then please do consider dropping down there, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell notification icon, so you get notified every time I upload. I've got a big month ahead of me with the Xbox Series X, the PS5, and so much more cool content for you guys. And I think I should also kind of stop for a second and just say thank you, because today I hit 600 subscribers on YouTube, and that's an insane number to me. It means so much to me that I've managed to hit this number in just over a year. I think I've been working on this channel now. So I'm super excited about that, but I do want to hit 1,000 by Christmas. That's my new goal here. So if you want to help me with that, then please do drop down there, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any content that I upload. Here we're taking a look at that standard photo versus that 64 megapixel photo. From a distance it doesn't look much different until you start to zoom into the photo, and then you start to see all of that detail change. The 64 megapixel photo does come in this square rather than the normal style of photo, which is a little bit different, but again not a big problem. And it really does depend on how you want to be shooting. These files are going to be a lot bigger, but you're going to get a lot more detail in there as well. The 10T Lite does offer a very versatile night mode. Though the stock photos look very good, that night mode really does make the colours pop and darkens that image ever so slightly in the sky to give you a much more realistic style of a night photo. Again, these can be turned on and off on the fly, and you don't have to use night mode, but I really do think it adds something to the image. Here we can see that 8 megapixel wide angle camera doing its thing, and it looks again very good, but you will get that warping around the edge, and I find it's slightly more here than on other phone cameras. But again, it's not a problem. It does look still very good. You can capture a lot of detail, though of course they won't be as detailed as that 64 megapixel photo. This is just an example of the front and back mode. It's pretty cool, pretty good for vlogging, I think. It is Bonfire Night, or the first day of lockdown version 2 here in the UK. This is my local high street, very nice. This camera does offer some sort of zoom functionality, and in night mode it's pretty good. You don't lose a ton of detail. And during the day as well, it looks excellent. You can zoom in on those 64 megapixel photos, and of course they're going to look better than the standard photos, but it is a little bit more finicky to zoom in on those 64 megapixel ones. This one is personally one of my favourite shots that I've managed to capture with this phone. The colour, the depth and the style just looks amazing, and it really does show off just what you can do with the correct lighting and just a little bit of time on that pro mode. If you fiddle with the settings, you can get some truly incredible images. If you don't want to fiddle with settings and play with different modes, then just the standard point and shoot works incredibly well as well. You get a lot of detail there, and this is the AI kicking in as well. That AI will choose the correct modes, the correct colour palettes for you to give you the perfect image every time. So if you just want a point and shoot camera, I think this is one of the better ones out there for a phone. So here we are using an external light and using those back-facing cameras for a portrait mode. It uses those 2 megapixel depth camera to make your subject pop, and I think it looks very good. With the AI turned off in this photo, I still think it did very well at capturing the image, capturing the person and that colour as well. So I give that a thumbs up. Portrait modes have really come a long way in mobile phones, but in particular here, that 2 megapixel depth camera really does help. Now, we did touch on the selfie camera in my original review of this, which you can find up in the cards or in the description down below, but I think it does very well in this night mode as well. We do have that external light, but it's a really clean image, not overly sharp, and the colours are great. I think this is one of the better selfies that I've managed to take on a phone sub £300. Xiaomi also bundled a lot of fun and creative photo and video modes. The first one being the clone mode, which is just a lot of fun to play with. Here I am doing the YMCA. Very silly, but really fun to play with. And if you've got a tripod, then you can get some really, really cool and creative images out of this. Next up, we've got the light painting here. This took a little bit longer than I expected to get right. You're going to need a tripod for this one. I had my partner holding the phone, and the slightest shake of a hand really does kind of ruin the image, but here we managed to make a smiley face. It took a while, and it's a really fun effect. I really think this is cool. They do loads, including the starlight effect, the neon trails of cars going along, so if you get this phone, do have a play with all of the fun and creative modes that it has, because you might find something that works really well for you, and you might be able to get some really cool videos and photos. So there we have it, guys. There are a couple of other modes as well, which I didn't show off because I just didn't think they needed to be. Like the short video mode, which is just a short video, and the vlog mode, which was you take some pictures and it puts some audio over the top of it. It's not that amazing. As you saw, video stabilization, which I didn't touch on in the actual video, is fairly good for the back-facing camera. It's a lot better than the front-facing, but there's still a lot of work to do there as well. So if you're going to be doing a lot of vlogging, I would suggest a gimbal just to get the best images out of this, and video as well. Anyway, guys, my name's been Robert, and if you've enjoyed this video, then go down there, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification icon, and also tell me in the comments, what do you think of these photos? Do you think they're good? Do you think that for just over £200, are these good photos and are these good videos? Anyway, I will catch you in my next one. Adios.